Last time on Project Mini Cupper, we ran our $2,000 base Cooper through its paces in stock trim for day one of competition at Grid Life Circuit Legends, and we were slow. After getting an idea of how the car stacked up totally stock, we had just one night to turn the Cupper into a proper Sunday Cup time attacker before competing again at sunrise.
All right, so we got the boys from Rapid Wraps cleaning the car after a couple laps out on track. They're gonna start laying down the wrap. We have it up on jack stands. Corey and Danny are gonna start ripping apart the interior, getting ready for the cage install. And then Alex is gonna give me a hand. We're gonna get the coilovers built. That way, once the car cools down a little bit, we can take off the old stuff, swap in the new stuff. We'll be done in a few hours, just in time for pizza and beer.
I'm a normal guy.
No backseat passengers anymore.
Look at this. This is too nice for like any $2,000 car, even this thing.
Do you have the big hammer?
Sir, this is not a Cayman.
It's easier to work on than a Cayman. Well, we'll find out when this rusted pinch roll doesn't come loose, then it won't be easier to work on than a Cayman, where everything's aluminum. I need a bigger hammer, though.
Replicated that in some way, but with modern.
What do you think of Mini Cupper?
For that extra point. Yeah,
I'm glad we're moving on
right
it.
now. I'd say we give him 10.
Sticking, boys.
There's a safety truck rolling in.
Get that carpet out of there. Get the razor blades going. Start sending. You gotta be relentless with this stuff.
It's a weird. That's a strange place.
We had some Bilstein B14s with some Vorschlag plates. Should give us some camber adjustment that we need to set some blistering laps here, my friend, and really get the most grip out of these RT660s. So right now, I'm just kind of making sure that the new strut mount looks the same as the old one. We're gonna send it up in there, get it snugged up. Should be good to rock and roll.
Here at FCP Euro, we've been there too. Whether it's your daily driver you're just trying to get back out on the road, or whether it's a weekend car like our Mini Cupper that we're trying to get back out on track or even on a good back road. From suspension to brakes to cooling system, you name it, FCPeuro.com has everything that you need and can ship it right to your door.
And if you're in a rush, you can even come pick up your parts right here at FCP Euro, because we all know that a project car is never complete.
And whether you're a professional wrencher or just a weekend DIYer, FCP Euro has everything that you need to get your project covered and back out on the road.
Mike, why are we cutting these?
So we have adjustment for these babies up here, because what's happening is these hex bolts are getting buried by the factory strut tower. So with the cut, we'll have access to the 2 hex heads and we can adjust them as needed. So pretty standard stuff whenever you're installing some aftermarket suspension with a lot of adjustability. Just a little modification, no problem. Or 330 something?
An hour, like 5?
5.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You came in like 320, 330. Yeah, it was like 357, 347 when we started. I think so.
Running second in the Grid Life Touring Cup points this season. And
Open the screwdriver.
How's it going, Mike?
It's going good.
Earlier in qualifying that he and Jeremy Swinson are kind of
Just buttoning up the front suspension now. We got brakes in. Pads are in.
I'm gonna lower this a little bit.
Fast, baby. Yeah, just a little bit. Now go up with it.
The Mini Cupper was finally starting to come together. With a proper wheel and tire setup, a beefed up braking system, and with our stellar Bilstein B14 coilover kit complemented by a stiffer rear bar for some extra rotation, it was time to move into our stripped out interior and begin the puzzle of making our auto power roll cage fit for the first time. With the need to drill into the chassis and with little room for error, this would be one of the trickier parts of our overnight build. There we go. I get a knife and cut it open. So this is our auto power main hoop right here. It's really nice because it comes painted, which is huge, so it doesn't get all nasty and rusty in the car. First thing we're going to do, take this, mock it up, and then start assembling the cage loosely in the car. So what that means is we can start tracing these feet, since this is a bolt-in cage, start tracing them on the carpet, cut out a nice little rectangle so we know exactly where to drill holes, bolt into the floor, and then we can kind of just drop the whole thing in and make it permanent. So this obviously, a huge safety structure. You get your harnesses bolted in safely. You get the car kind of tightened down in case of a rollover incident. But the other thing is it adds rigidity to the chassis. It tightens up the whole body. So you actually gain performance while you're also gaining safety. It's a win-win. So we're stuck on the e-brake. Don't cut anything important.
How's it fitting?
It will fit, it just isn't yet. Now it's gonna fit. Thanks, Corey. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Sometimes you've gotta just do what you gotta do to make things fit. So we trimmed out and gutted what was left of the interior to allow our cage to properly and safely fit in our abbreviated timeline, as the rule book states we're allowed to do as per the Sunday Cup rule set. That was perfect, Corey. You didn't nick a single wire either somehow. Don't smoke in your car.
It looks like someone scaled a remote control car. 1,000%.
Tony is out of the car. We'll get you an additional update. So here's the.
Oh yeah, let me see it. It looks like they scaled a remote control car.
And Tony is out and walking, by the way, so he's good. So yes. You just got it wrong, Pete.
There should be a giant antenna on the top.
Looks ridiculous. Honestly, it's like the eggshell white. What do they call it? Pepper white?
Pepper white.
Pepper white. The pepper white, it looks better than if it was like straight white because it makes it contrast more. It's really nice. Also, the FCP Euro Blue and the CRP Rhine Orange are like really good together.
Nice paint.
It's a nice change and it also works really well, which we said that with the yellow on 850. I don't know if we're just like, it's nice to have a little bit of variety. Look how nice that pops too. It's good.
All shots.
So
we're slamming the f out of this Mini Cooper, and we're taking these and we're putting them in the trash.
like he said.
Technical enough?
This is the engineer. You just gotta slam it, smack it around. Fixed.
Staying pretty clean, everything's going on easy?
Everything's going good, yeah. The wind is cooperating. So far so good.
So if it doesn't go past East Lake Path, right?
Oh, it's gonna look fast now, so, but I'm sure it's gonna go fast too. By the way, no,
Mike, what are we doing under there?
Oh, you know, just bench pressing the rear end of a Mini. Here, give it a couple of Johnsons. Oh, yeah, you know, no problem.
Indirect so much.
Can't see anything. So we have a Hotchkiss rear sway bar that we're installing. It's going to be, it's quite a bit bigger. It's almost about a times and a half. Is that right, English? Times and a half the size of the factory one. But with that, it's going to give us a little less body roll on the track, give us a lot more control, and should honestly improve our time a lot. And with that, we have some new, obviously some new clamps, some new bushings, and these have some grease fittings, so they're serviceable, so they don't squeak on us or get noisy. But yeah, it should be quite the upgrade. So we just got the sway bar installed, the Bilsteins in the rear. We got the Carbotech pads on. Sway bar is all attached, new end links obviously. And now just the wheels. Obviously once the wrap is done and the cage is done, we can put the car on the ground. Right now we have the thing dumped, like freaking slow setting on the front and the rear.
Lowest. Sorry.
Slow
The
set.
lowest.
The lowest. And then we'll pick it up and adjust as needed. But yeah, we're, you know, it's 6:52. What did I say, 8:37? Yeah. But we got an hour and,
I'm good at math.
I'm doing math,
I
dude,
understand
43 minutes left, I don't know, whatever.
So as long as somebody cared when they put the cage together, we'll be done before like 7:30.
You know, it's not pre-drilled.
No, you gotta drill the 4.
No, not the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the 4 bars.
All right, so maybe like 9.
You gotta fit it in there, make some marks, and then drill it together, no?
It's a perfect excuse to order pizza though.
You guys, is everybody good with pizza?
So what's awesome about Mini Cupper and this whole project and Sunday Cup in general is this is really budget racing, and what it does is it gets people super excited. And so we have 3 dedicated people that are supposed to be working on the start. We have Hidalgo, we have Danny, and then we have Corey from CRP. These guys are the dedicated staff. What has happened is we have a group of people that are hanging out. I got Jacob over here sitting in the mini seat. I'm sitting here putting the cage together. People spectating. It just becomes like this infectious thing where everyone wants to help out. Everyone wants to get this car back on track, get it going, see what they can do. And that is what is so cool about it. It is literally as team-oriented as motorsport gets. It is just people helping each other out, having fun, bolting parts in the cars, and then this car is going to be going 10-second flat past next, tomorrow. From a night of wrenching with your buddies. Does it get much better than that? I mean, it's pretty awesome. So.
With Mike and Alex having hammered out pretty much all the suspension and brake work that the Cupper would need, and with the Rapid Wraps crew making pretty quick work of a smaller than normal canvas, Corey and I had gotten most of the interior stripped out. Next came one of the bigger tasks of the night in the form of installing our full bolt-in roll cage. So this is about as clean as we need it. We're going to move on. I've got Alex Nelson and all of his long limbs here to help me wrangle the cage in here. We're gonna kind of drop the whole thing in, get it assembled, and then we'll either mark it on the floor if we feel the need, or if everything kind of sits squarely and nicely, we'll just start drilling. And then from there on, we put the pinch plates from underneath, bolt it in, torque it down, and then seats, belts, put some stuff back together, and that's pretty much it. I got this, Alex. You wanna try and...
Sparco time, baby! Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to grab some hardware at my house tonight to put the steering wheel on because we can't find a single M5 bolt here.
I was giving you the mic.
Oh yeah. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go to my house to get an M5 bolt, but we're gonna put in the rest of the Sparco stuff while we can. We have sliders, rails, seats, and it'll be super sweet.
Should we kiss?
No, we should not kiss.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't know if that was a moment.
All right, so we have our 2 Sparco Sprints here with our Sparco side rails. Gonna mount them on the Sparco seat brackets with some sliders. Obviously, this is going to be a very communal car for us. Everyone's gonna get a turn with it. So making it so you can kind of move the positioning around, everyone can share, have a good time, but also more importantly, this is like really, really high quality safety equipment. So not only, like we were saying earlier, are we making the car much better to drive in general. I mean, this is going to hold you in a lot better than a stock seatbelt, especially when you add the Sparco harnesses in. But of course, on top of that, should anything happen, which is always the concern, we know that this is going to hold us in the seat, and having a nice 6-point harness, 6-point coming up between the lap as well, it's going to hold us in the seat. You have a little neck protection in there and you are locked in, you're safe, and you're good for whatever may happen.
This, tuck this through, and this, so you need for these.
What's left and how'd it go?
Well, first of all, it went well. And last thing we're just doing the full seating, so we're getting the vinyl to 200 degrees. Make sure nothing lifts, and you guys can actually live it tomorrow. And don't look, not look like a bunch of amateurs. I think it looks great. Yeah, we can't wait to see it when the thing's on the ground, and hopefully get a little better stance than this morning. So.
Right now.
We're gonna try to find some M5 bolts for the steering wheel. First, we're gonna hit up Chase Base. Seems like a likely answer. I have a bunch of M62. I don't have any M5.
You wouldn't happen to have a mushroom and pepperoni pizza slice? Where'd you get that?
Oh, dude, we have 5 pizzas. There's a bunch of hungry men over there, though. You might have to fight them. M5 by 0.8 bolts. M5 bolts.
I definitely do not. So I don't think any of us do. I'm sorry.
All right, no, that's totally fine. All right, on to the next person. Let's ask Chef. Do you guys have any M5 bolts or hardware that we would be able to buy or borrow?
No, maybe David has. Hey, Eddie.
I don't think we do.
If we each give, if everybody takes one bolt, everybody takes one bolt.
Everyone takes one. We can all. I have some at home.
I think I have M5 bolts holding a part on my car that's like not super necessary. How many? I can give you a couple.
We are looking for 6 M5 bolts. And we can't.
M5?
Nobody. I've toured the whole product. Really?
No way.
Oh. Look at that. There's some oh my goodness, that's perfect.
No way.
We have one. This is M5.
Okay. That one?
That's M5. All right, we can hold our steering wheel on. Oh, I know. Yeah. That's M5. That is also M5, yes. So we have 3. That's also M5.
Let's go.
Or, dude, is this one? Is this another M5? Yep. At this point, I'm just reaching into your things and taking.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good.
I mean, at this point, we could run the steering wheel.
one.
Cheap.
And that's one also.
That's 6.
Sir?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right on, man.
My name's Alex.
Eric.
Nice to meet you, Eric.
Sir.
We're building the
Me
Mini
too.
Cooper, and we just needed this for the steering wheel on.
Oh yeah.
Very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We got 6 M5 bolts. They're pretty much all different, but it's gonna work thanks to this man right here.
Thank you, sir. Sir.
I have acquired
No, you didn't.
No way.
Yes.
hardware.
And a man.
I literally went to every single stall
You got one.
and went I started coming back. And then eventually someone was like, I got some M5 hardware.
Thank you, Alex.
Mike, it's 8:36.
836.
What did you say earlier?
837.
Pretty close to your estimated.
You know, if I wanted to not be so dumb, I could have been like, it'll be done at 9 o'clock. But you know, 8:37 felt good. It's 8:36. The pizza's here though, so.
I think I said 9 o'clock at one point.
Yeah, there we go.
So Mike finally got. I mean, it's been a long time since Yippee Cayenne aired. And
What was Yippee Cayenne?
we just got pizza and beer again.
Yippee Cayenne?
Yippee Cayenne. Ring any bells?
That was the one where you got scammed.
I don't think so. Huh?
That's
That was the one where you got scammed. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, I thought I got scammed for this one.
That's Bennett here.
Do you recall a Yippee Cayenne series, Ben? You recall a Yippee Cayenne series? Anyways, Mini Cupper series, almost done.
With the last of Friday's daylight now fully faded to darkness, the crew continued to hammer away on getting the bolt-in cage permanently seated in the cupper. With the main hoop and front section both permanently bolted to the floor, we drilled and sent the last of the hardware through the steel sleeves that would tie both the front and the rear sections of the cage together, rounding out the most labor-intensive part of our overnight build.
This entire project, I mean,
Oh, you're back?
bar our
Driving
time,
or what, dude?
but this entire project with the car and all the parts is less expensive than the wheels that I bought for my M Coupe, which has done 0 miles in 2 years. This is way more fun, and I've met way more people and had way more better of a time than staring at my cool wheels in a box.
This is the Sunday Cup pitch, because on top of that you get the reliability of like a pedestrian car. So you do this and then you do the laps over and over and over.
Now I'm gonna break my records.
Okay. The cage is mostly anchored down, thanks to Alex. You're very sweaty, predictably. A lot of work has been done by these guys. Shout out them, especially since I don't think they showed up expecting to work. So, I mean, I don't know, the team here rules. And we're happy to have you also, of course. After this though, after the cage is set, we have to put the driver's seat in. We're gonna just throw the stock passenger seat in because we're not allowed to have passengers anyways. So once we have the driver's seat in, we can start running the harness, which looping over here, super easy. Basically the only bigger thing is going to be the anchor bolts for the lap belt and then, or the lap belt on both sides and then the center belt. So those will just be through the body again, just like the cage. We have special hardware and eye bolts for all that. Run the harness, done, that's it. So we can lower the car back down. I think we'll probably align it tonight is my guess. I don't know for sure, we'll see how far off it is.
Well, it's gonna be dumped.
It's gonna be dumped.
Okay. I don't know how far these guys dropped it down. I'm eager to see. Hopefully a lot.
All the way.
It needed all of it. So yeah, we'll see. But we'll have to do the alignment once the car's back on the ground, re-torque anything that we untorqued that still needs it. And then otherwise, I mean, we got a nice Sparco wheel in here. We'll have the harnesses. It'll be good to go. So obviously we've gone through a bunch of different things we've changed, all with all different kinds of benefits, but like the cohesive package is now together. The car looks legit. It's got all the safety equipment we need. It's tightened up, ready to rip. We've got all the proper suspension on it. We got actual suspension adjustment. This is pretty much to the top of the Sunday Cup class. We followed the rule book. Everything is ready to go. Additionally, an added benefit to this is by going with a full cage, it's technically pretty much B-spec legal as well. And also, they've kind of, over the past couple of years, been talking about, I believe it's Sunday Club they're calling it, which is a wheel-to-wheel version of Sunday Cup. This car would also slip into there. We may want to add a little bit of ballast just to kind of make up for things. We have to weigh the car. That's going to be a part of tomorrow, most likely. But we added a ton of weight, putting the cage in as well, so it kind of all balances out, and the engine is bone stock. We still have stock exhaust, stock intake, just like the Sunday Cup rulebook says. So this thing's ready to go. I have a feeling it's going to pick up a ton of time tomorrow, just being stiff, having a proper alignment in it, and just being anchored into the seat properly with some nice brakes and some nice tires. So RT660s, we now have everything to support actual grip in this car. It's going to be a really, really good time.
Well, we got a lot done in just a little bit of time, right? I think we are good to go. We got 3 sessions tomorrow. It'll be the first run of it now in its new form. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think, so I'll take it in the morning, I think. Break everything in, make sure everything's working properly. We'll nut and bolt if we need to make any changes. You hop out in session 2, let it rip, and I think from there we'll just see how the rest of the weekend goes.
Absolutely.
We should probably go to sleep.
We have a long day ahead of us tomorrow. You drove 12 hours today. That was yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
So yeah, let's go to bed.
We had a full day of racing and wrenching today, transformation. Look at it, it doesn't even look like the same car.
It's unbelievable,
It's
dude.
amazing.
Also, again, rabid wraps. I don't know how they did that. We were working on the car, which is possibly the most annoying thing you could have if you're wrapping a car. People coming in and out. It came out great. It looks unbelievable.
We're just saying, this is what a 30-degree angle feels like.
You gotta let it settle too.
It's 15.
You need to let it settle.
Oh, it's perfect! It's perfect, dude. Wait.